Learned about in my journey as a new believer is that my relationship with God was important first and foremost. But there was something, even in this journey, I realized you still need somebody. Somebody who's there to help you pray. Somebody who will not be judgmental about where you are in your journey. And you know, men that we were young, I was 24 at the time, and I was at East Carolina University, yet I still did not have anybody who can love me unconditionally, okay? So, as a new parent, even when I got pregnant, I still needed somebody who can pray for me. Yeah. So praying your children through starts with you as the parent. Okay? And so in that journey, I met someone, and I talk about her in this book because we need support systems to help us pray. And that's where Evangeline Irene McDowell came into my life. She loved me unconditionally. And as a matter of fact, she knew I was pregnant before I even told her. Amen. And so you can tell I was Mary and she was Elizabeth. Okay? And so that's how she came into play. As she read that I do some work in mental health. So I'm kind of refresh our mind for a moment about where children are in their stages. Because oftentimes, and as I was, you know, my son and everything, what was a blessing to me was, I'm talking loud for some of y'all back there. Can you hear now? You can hear me. What a blessing for me was, I used to get these things in the mail about, okay, this is what's going to happen with your child at 6 months. This is what's going to happen with your child by 9 months. This is going to happen to your child by a year old. This is what's going to happen to your child development and what's going on. And that was a very blessing to me because it kept me conscious of my child's growth, my child's behavior, and it helped me also to pray for my child. And a lot of times, as parents, sometimes if we don't get these things to refresh our memory, we'll start taking certain things for granted. You shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't. But some things are very natural for our kids. But nevertheless, being conscious of their behavior, whatever stage they may be in, it still helps us to pray. It helps me to pray at that time. But then the newsletter stopped coming. I felt kind of lost, you know. What's going to happen next? So, thank God, I had another lady in my life, rest her soul, but she passed on. So she kept me conscious, but that's when I came home. But when I was in Greenville, I had Miss Irene, Evangelist Irene McDowell, who kept me also conscious along with the paper, but more so, she kept me conscious through prayer. That is very important because that's my relationship. You say, I thought you were saved and all that stuff. I am saved, single, and pregnant. You say y'all gonna have some children now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, we make some wrong directions in our lives, but we still need God there. Yeah. And so what I'm gonna do, I just want to introduce. This is my spiritual mom, a praying woman, and I wanted her because she was praying before I met her. Because we was in the same church. I looked at her now and then, and she had her own kids, and she was still praying for this praying church. And then I found out that she was also praying for other single parent women. And so this was a blessing in my life for her to come along. And so I write about her in my book, about she builds a vineyard. So if y'all don't have it, I still got some copies. Okay.